Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese snacks and treats. Today, I am so pleased to say that we have it. We have our third box for January of 2026. Yes, TokyoTreat has arrived. And I get so excited. I know I say this every time, but I really do. There's just something really special about getting these boxes and getting to crack in here and explore and to share that with all of you. And I get so excited and I look forward to it so much every single month. Uh, Real quick, just one note before we do crack in here is unfortunately it is after the 15th, which means that this box is no longer available. Uh, but as we're doing the unboxing, as we're doing the taste testing, if you're seeing something and you're thinking, man, I wish I'd gotten that, I wish I had the chance to try it, let me know down in the comments below. I don't know if the extras are up yet, but they should be going up on their retail site. I'm more than happy to help you find things. So let's get in here. I'm so excited. Also, real quick, these do ship from Japan, and so I just really appreciate that these do come with a sticker just to kind of, make sure things don't get messed with. They have a long way to go. All right. I kind of slid back here. So I know I say this every time, but I really appreciate this every time. Oh, that's really cool. So TokyoTreat is one of 3 boxes that do a note either from the founder or the CEO. So TokyoTreat, it's a note from the CEO. And TokyoTreat always does some snapshot that relates to the theme. And I look forward to them so much. I really enjoy them. I save them, use them as bookmarks. I really appreciate that added detail. So here we have our culture guide. I'm going to set this aside just because it is easier to do the unboxings with the custom sheet. But if you do get one of these, I highly recommend holding on to these. There's really good information on the snacks. This is where I learn everything about the snacks. There's also some really cool information on cultural stuff, the different treats themselves, the different holidays, and in the case of TokyoTreat, like different places where it shows up in pop culture. It's just a lot of really cool, really fun information. Highly recommend holding on to these. Okay. And we are just going to kind of go with what I can identify because unfortunately Sakurako and TokyoTreat are owned by the same company, Ichigo, and they have stopped doing the pictures. And actually it's so tiny. I'm going to hold this over here. So first thing we have is Kinako Mochi. Oh, these look like they're little chocolates that are Kinako Mochi flavored, but they're just calling it Kinako Mochi. That's really interesting. Okay. Well, there's some interesting stuff in here. Okay. And I have no idea where this one is on there, so I'm going to actually bypass this for, I think I see where this is going to be. I think they're calling these Slim Green Beans Savory Salted Peas. But these look like they have been kind of, their peas have been turned into a kind of snack food. I'm guessing dehydrated. They look interesting. These could be really fun. I'm really curious about these. Again, this is something where a lot of information is going to come for that from the culture guide. Oh. Again, I'm just going off of what I can identify quickly. So this is something that TokyoTreat does every month, is they include some sort of kind of food dish. Usually it's been noodles. Most often we've gotten ramen. But this month it's apparently a cup soup. It is tofu and miso. And honestly, this looks really pretty good. I do like miso soup. So I'm really curious to try that. I think that's going to be really fun. Oh. So I think they're just calling this ramen powder. It looks like this might be just going off of the package, it looks like it might be kind of one of those popping candies. That looks really fun. I have really enjoyed those in the past, so I do kind of look forward to that. Okay, TokyoTreat, just please put the pictures back on. It made things a lot easier to find. Especially because I'm seeing stuff in here that's not on the custom sheet. It would be very helpful. For example, we have a taiyaki. It's not on our custom sheet. I think this might be an extra that they threw in. It might be that we're missing something. Maybe there was just extra space, and so they just threw in an extra, and it's just not on the custom sheet. I don't know. Again, that's going to be in the culture guide. I will say the custard taiyaki that we got from Sakurako was so good. I really enjoyed that. And I do appreciate that they always make sure to put something in if something is missing. They're really pretty good about that. So I think we're just calling these rice crackers, which does make it easy. And yes, I am going to rearrange everything at the end so that it's visible. It's just really hard to do while we're doing on our unboxing. This is going to be kind of interesting. Okay, we're going with what's identifiable. So this is another thing that TokyoTreat does, which is every month we get an entire bag of Kit Kats. They're just calling these ones mint, but it looks like this is like a Baskin-Robbins mint chocolate ice cream flavor, which I've seen on a couple of sites and it looked really good. So I'm very excited to try this. I think that's going to be really good. I do like mint chocolate ice cream. I think it's pretty tasty. Okay. We're starting to kind of narrow things down. They're just calling this potato salt flavor, so it looks like these might be... We've gotten some potato snacks where it's like a French fry that has been more deeply fried and kind of turned into something similar to like a potato chip, so it's safe to eat and preserved. They've been really pretty good. They have been tasty, so I am really curious to try that. Yeah, they are really just not... So this reads as kiwi dango. And what's interesting is there are... Oh, here it is. Kiwi dango mochi. So apparently this is a type of mochi. I have not seen this kind of packaging before. We've had a couple of mochi come in and stick, but it was a very, very different brand. And I've only really seen the one brand where it comes in a stick like this. So I'm really curious about this. This is interesting. Okay, we're kind of finding some of these. Is this the... No. Okay. I think this is what they're calling a soba rice snack. It does look a lot like rice and noodles, which is really kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's it. That is really, really interesting. Okay. I have no idea what this is. I think this might be the neri... Yeah. I think they're just calling this neri candy. And it looks like, going off the back, that you take the chopsticks, pour this kind of candy goo on it, and like kind of twirl it up until it forms some big blob that looks a lot like cotton candy. I am really curious about that. That is... I have never seen anything like this before. If you've seen something like this before, please let me know down in the comments below, because that is just really unusual. Okay. So this is a sundae or a rice cracker of some sort. But again, without the pictures, trying to figure out, I think this is probably a New Year's rice cracker, just because it is Year of the Horse. So we're getting lots of horse things. And then finally, okay. Oh, I think this is what they're calling truffle cracker, but it kind of looks like a rice puff. I really don't know what's going on with this. It's Koyakea, who have had really good snacks in the past. I've found that Koyakea is a pretty good brand when we've been sent them. So I'm very curious to see how that turns out to be. So I'm going to take a minute and just kind of rearrange everything. I have no idea how they do it on the websites. They do a fabulous job just making everything nice and visible. And it is a huge challenge every single month. But also kind of a nice challenge to have because there are so many cool things that they send us. And I'm always so excited to get to try everything, and there's a lot in here that looks really fun, really tasty. I think this is going to be a very interesting box to go through, but I am very much looking forward to getting to try all of this and share it with all of you. So I'm going to go through everything, figure out, everything that we're trying, get everything lined up. We do have 2 more videos, I think, for Soccer Co. So we're going to do those first, and then we'll dive straight into taste testing these. I haven't heard anything about the Japan candy box yet. If it arrives before we finish taste testing, then of course we will do that unboxing, but we will not try anything from that box until we finish with TokyoTreat, just because we are first arrived, first taste tested. But I do think there are so many things in here that look really good, and I'm really curious to see what these are all about. And I can't wait. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.